Hi everyone, my name is Suzanne and I'm a Chinese metaphysics master in Hong Kong. Today we're going to have another look at Shen Sha in Bazi Astrology. Shen Sha is the Chinese term for auxiliary stars. Now, the most commonly known of them are the peach blossom stars, sky horse stars, and the Nobleman Star. But there's literally hundreds of other auxiliary stars that we can see in a Bazi chart that are less well known, but nevertheless, they can bring great insight into our lives or into a Bazi analysis. And today we are going to look at Shen Sha, or an auxiliary star that does sound a little bit scary, but actually isn't. So we are going to look into the death god star. Now, obviously, first things first, plot your Bazi chart. The link that I'm giving here is one to a Bazi plotter that is really good to display the actual auxiliary stars below each pillar. So please plot your chart via this link if you don't have a Bazi plotter that shows the auxiliary stars. So plot your chart. And then we are going to see whether we can identify the death god star. Now, if you have a Bazi plotter that shows all the auxiliary stars, you don't really need to know the calculation method. If you have a Bazi plotter that doesn't show the auxiliary stars, then the formula is very, very simple. So you look at the day branch. This is the reference point. So the day branch is here. This is your day branch. Yeah. So basically the day animal sign. Now in this case, it's the horse. So look at the horse here. So we've got the horse, and the death god star for the horse is associated with the snake. So if you have the snake anywhere in your chart, and we're specifically looking at your natal chart, not at the luck pillars or anything, if you have the snake in your chart, then it will come with the death god star. Here, the snake appears in the hour pillar, and as you can see, the death god star is mentioned here. So if you do not have the animal sign that is associated with your death god star in your natal chart, then you just don't have it, right? If it's there, then you may have to deal with certain situations that can bring the death star energy into your life. Now, I know death god sounds super scary. It sounds like someone is going to die, but actually, what it means is that the person who has a death god star in the Bazi chart usually tends to have a fairly poor work-life balance. They tend to be workaholics, and they can be quite restless at time, and they're always on the go. Yeah, there's always something to do. This is obvious also because all the death god stars are located in sky horse stars. Yeah, the snake, the tiger, the pig, the monkey, they're all sky horse stars. So that usually indicates someone who is traveling a lot or who's always on the go. There's always things to do. Now, whether or not you personally are always traveling or on the go, if you do have the death god star in your natal chart, you just tend to overwork. Um, or you are not very good at finding a work-life balance. Or even if you go on holiday, you kind of take your laptop with you and you're constantly checking and you're constantly working. So this is a matter of awareness. Once you see this in your chart, it doesn't mean that you can then just turn to your spouse and say, well, you see, this is in my chart, so I have to be like this. I have to be a workaholic. You can take this as a wake-up call to establish a firmer work-life balance, right? So the death god star, all of these auxiliary stars, they're all about awareness. We don't have to fulfill the sort of energies that they actually bring. They just show that we have the tendency to do so. We can counteract. It's all free wills. It's all free will in Chinese astrology. So poor work-life balance is usually associated with the death god star. Now, it's important that you learn to make time for yourself and obviously for those around you. Even if it's just half an hour a day, but do something for yourself and make sure that you take note of the people around you and their needs as well. Now, one other thing that is often also associated with the death god star is that the person who has this in the chart, they often tend to overlook small details, or they forget small details, like forgetting a birthday or um, an important date, or just be a little bit, they tend to be a little bit forgetful or overlook details. So if you know that you have this tendency, if you see this and witness this in yourself because you've got this death God star in your chart, be a little bit more careful, because this in extreme cases can bring problems. Yeah, imagine you overlook a detail in an important legal document. So having this tendency just means that you need to be a little bit more aware of how you deal with important matters, right? So this is the Death God star, nothing to be afraid of. It's really not that bad, and obviously we can always course correct. So have a look at your own chart, see whether you can find this star in your chart or not. And if you have experience with this energy, please let us know in the comments below. And if you'd like to have a comprehensive analysis of your Bazi chart, do get in touch. My email address is in the description to the video. And in the meantime, please like this video, share it with anybody who may be interested, and please subscribe to my channel so we can grow this community. See you guys soon. Take care.